What's up, guys? Welcome to the level 28 castle rebuilding series. This shouldn't be a long series at all. It should only take me two parts, maybe 15 minutes each, 20 minutes each. So it shouldn't take me all that long to throw this castle together. I have a pretty clear plan going into this. I did change my plan recently, based on just, I don't know, wanting to do something different. Basically what I was going to do is just have a lot of rooms pretty much extremely similar to these spike trap rooms, and then just throw Stairmasters in the little segmented areas, and I figured that would work decently well. But I'm going to try to use a couple different rooms here, using this and this room, and see how it works for me. I'm still going to be using mainly spike traps and Stairmasters, just using kind of different setups with them. And then I also am using this room that I kind of stole, but it's only really modified from what I was already using. The only thing I really did was take out Archer, take out my Jimbo, and add in a Pete Poundmore. So Jimbo plus the Archer was 16 points, Pete Poundmore 16 points. It all adds up to, I think, 27 or 28 points, so it works for the soft cap, and it's a pretty good room. I went through a castle recently in Viewer Castles that had pretty much this exact room, and I thought it worked quite well. I think it has high potential to do good sustained damage, which is what I'm going for throughout this entire castle. So it fits pretty well in with this. So we'll go over quickly the rooms that I'm using in my castle. This first one is Linear Corridor 1. The second one, I think, is Cross Bridge. Yeah, corner Bridge 1, not Cross Bridge. This second one, somewhere up towards the top, I believe. Yeah, Cross Chamber 2, and then this is Cross Hall 6. Most people know what this one is. This is the main one that is used with spike traps. And I did change the top part of this, because I think this room works a lot better than the one I had previously in my other castle. I stole this pretty much exactly out of the Viewer Castle episode that I did. So I'm going to be doing something different with this top part of the room than was done with his, but this part I just connects well. It does add a little bit more space, I believe, but I'm not sure about that. It might add a little bit more space on the top side here, but it all fits together pretty nicely. I put in this jelly wall, and it all fits together, and should work pretty well. So we'll start down here, and we'll just go through and build this together. Let me just take a quick look at the time so I can stop this at a reasonable time, so we can cut this into two parts and have a nice series here. Alright, so with this room used to be used quite a bit when you could pull it through the wall, when you could pull things through the wall pre-open creation. Hasn't really seen much use since then. I'm going to try to make use of it with basically just some spike traps, like here and here, and then also the same on the other side. And this kind of makes us have a few segments here where this room is basically segmented off to the point where you can't really get out of this room without taking extra damage. I really hate how the zoom is working now. It's really hard for me to show you things, so I'm going to be zooming it out more often than trying to zoom in and actually take a look at what we have going on. They changed something back when, the same reason why you can't click these mines when you're zoomed out. It's because it acts like these walls are still here when you're zoomed out. It's really weird. I don't know. They changed something and it didn't work, whatever they did. And I think we're going to put in ballistas just like in here. I'm not sure how well this is going to work though, but we'll do it. And the idea here will be to put in Stairmasters, which will be pretty much the idea of this entire castle. So we're going to put in Stairmasters. This guy doesn't quite see all the way to the wall here, but I feel like if you're going to get past this area, you're not going to just stand on the spike trap waiting, so as long as I can see pretty much as close to the wall as possible, most likely they're going to hit the aggro zone at some point. At least that's the idea. And then we're going to have two Defendatrons. This adds up to 20 points, so I have 8 more points to work with, and I think we're going to be doing some, what do you call it, some support units. So I think I want them to be fairly close, but not so close that the Defendatrons want to guard them instead, if I can help it at least. I think we'll do a Dampener and a Puppeteer in most of these groups. I might do Dampener and Battering Ram as well. But with having a Dampener and a Puppeteer, I will have 1 extra point that I could throw in a Snotter and spot for it a little bit better, which I might do. The only thing that I don't want to happen is for someone to be standing here and be able to volley across or headshot across and hit my Snotter that I would have down here. So that's one reason why I don't want to put in a Snotter. We'll see what happens. I might leave it for a little while, and I might throw it in if I feel like it's necessary. Alright, we'll just put like this guy over here. Have him aggro everything, have this guy aggro everything. I'm not sure if these ones will be able to. It looks like they can though. So this looks like it should work decently well. We want to change our Stairmasters to Displacer. Right? No, Omnisorb, not Displacer. Omnisorb. There we go. And then I do want to add in a couple Ballista Traps. I don't actually have... I'm not sure if I have enough points to actually do exactly what I want to do with this castle, so I have to be a little bit more scarce in the way of traps than I want to be. That might actually be enough. If I put these a little higher up as well, if I put them like closer to this, it will make it so that they can shoot into the middle area here. I think I want this guy on this side though. It'll make it so that there's at least some pressure on the top side of this, just to have as much covered as possible. This bottom here isn't really important at all. If I have extra points, I could throw in another group of them in this area, because you won't be able to easily pull back through this without taking extra damage. But as it is now, I think I'm just going to leave it. I might put in one Ballista Trap right here and like here. If I have to make some extra points for myself later on, if I don't have enough points, I'll probably take these out. But for right now, it's just to add in a little bit of extra pressure so that if they continue through the castle and ignore these mobs, I want them to at least have some trouble fighting up in here and stuff like that. Alright, here we have this basic room. Not sure if I want to do anything to it specifically. It seems to be set up pretty nicely. I'm trying to think if I want to do anything at all to these rooms. I do have like a lot of extra points here that I feel kind of like I'm wasting it. How many points is on this one? I'm wondering if I can maneuver these in a way that I could get rid of this trap. I don't think I'll be able to. I don't think if I put this like all the way over to the edge. No, it's not going to quite hit this trap, so I guess as it is, I'll just leave it. Yeah, there's not much I'm going to be able to do to get rid of this. And I want to keep this spike trap here because it makes it so that it's a little harder for people to like come into this room, aggro this, and come all the way back out and kite it into this area. Because kiting Stairmasters is the easiest way to not take damage from them. Do I have a spike trap upgrade, or did I already upgrade it? Yeah, I actually do, I think, have a spike trap upgrade that I'm going to have to do before I validate this. That'll probably require me to run some castles to get the life force. I need 100,000 right now. I could probably sell some spike traps as well, because I know I bought a ton of them. I use these to just kind of spend my life force so that it didn't all get stolen. So if I sell some, the price of the research will go down. For those of you that don't know, the more you have of a certain type of unit, the higher the research cost is. So if I sell this down to like 10, I don't want to sell it any lower than that because I'll probably use those. That should help. And then I could get rid of maybe some jelly walls. I don't need that many. Go down to like 6. Sell off excess stuff just to try to see if I can get that upgrade done right now. I'm not going to use countesses really. I'll go down to 1. I'll go down to 2 Jimbos. Even just 1 Jimbo is fine. I don't need this many Zeeks either. I'll leave 4, so I don't think I have any right now. General Cluckingstein, I'm probably not going to use him. How much does he sell for? I probably won't use him until, I don't know, I might never use him, who knows. I like the unit, but I think he just doesn't quite have enough hit points. Let's see if that's enough. I think it should be. I'm at 87,000. The upgrade was 100,000, but I sold a ton of those spike traps. Yeah, it's down to 78,000, so we can grab this right now. So that'll boost me up to level 28 spike traps. Another reason why I wanted to use a lot of spike traps in this castle is because, in general, I like to keep as many units at the highest level as possible. So most of this stuff, besides like the Defendatrons, are all level 28. I'm not sure if I haven't upgraded the Bone Puppeteer, but he does have an upgrade. How much is that one? Research lab, creatures, only 22,000. I could probably make enough for that as well. I'm gonna get rid of 2 of the Zeeks just to make enough. Did I say 22,000? I don't remember. Oh, that should be enough. 22,000. There we go. Alright, so if I have any more upgrades, I'll just run castles to be able to do it. But I think that should be pretty much all I'm going to be using throughout this castle. Alright, so I think this room is set up completely. We'll start setting up this room. I might even finish it, and then I'll finish through the castle, and I might even validate it on stream. I don't know, if I have time. Because this is going to be a pretty quick castle to build. Alright, so this room is set up like we said. It's just the same basic setup that I had before, but minus the Jimbo and the Smelly Archer, and adding in a Pete Bomber. This room is something I'm going to be doing a little bit different. I'm not sure if it's going to be worth it or not. There's going to be a lot of points thrown into this, and not that many creatures, but we'll see how it works. That's another one of these tester rooms. Although I think this one has a little bit better of potential than the other. I had this set up previously because I wanted to make sure everything fit in the way I wanted it to. So the idea is that I put 2 spike traps here. Now when you look at this setup, and I threw this in here because I wanted to see if you could do double width spike traps, and then I tried to do like a jelly wall on the side of it and put ballistas, you know, jelly wall ballistas and then jelly wall ballistas, and I was going to try to do that. That didn't work the way I wanted it to. It didn't fit. You know, with jelly walls there's only 1 hex available. When you put this in and there's a spike trap, there's only 1 hex available in here. So you couldn't fit the ballistas on the other side of it up here, which is what I wanted to do. That didn't work. So then I was trying to figure out what I could do to make this vulnerability right here a little less of a threat. Because basically when you're trying to go through this, let's say you start on this end and you go all the way through, the biggest vulnerability would be they come around through here and then they volley over, or they roll over to here. Right? This is not enough traveling distance over the spike traps. So we're going to use springboard traps to try to fill that up a little bit. And we're going to be throwing them onto the spike traps. That's the idea. So that kind of helps support the spike traps the best that it can. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is some ballistas right here and here. I think I have to mess with the... Let's see here. This one is doing this. So what I can do is I can do that, and then this one takes this. Wait. That one takes that. That one takes that, and then this one takes that. There we go. So that'll work. And then we have this small little gap right here. Then we're going to start again with a spike trap on this side, spike trap on this side, like that, and then ballista, ballista, same basic setup. Rotate, rotate. There we go. Same basic setup here, and we have this small path where I can fit in Stairmasters, and I can have a group right inside of here. I think the weakness of this room will be someone trying to make the Stairmasters kite it crossed, and they will be undefendatroned basically. And if that's the case, I may have to just put in more Stairmasters rather than defendatrons. But at first, we're going to try to do this. So, Stairmasters with them. And then I think I only have enough room for like 1 support unit, so I'll put in the dampener. Now, can this circle actually reach all of it? Yeah, it looks like it's going to be just fine. So like that. And I think this guy should, yeah, he definitely sees to the corner of this, so as they're traveling through here, they're going to have a problem. That I do want to rotate this one springboard trap so it throws away, because what I don't want to happen is for them, the attacker, to get to like this point and then get thrown back and then have this just screw up because they're, you know, far away and the Stairmasters try to come over this or whatever. I don't want that to happen, so we'll throw them into the room if they get that far. Okay, so this room is pretty much the way I want it, I think. So I think we will probably end this part shortly, and I will pick it up and finish up this room and any finishing touches I have to do, and then I may validate it. I do still have around 100 points left, so I might have to add in a few more groups somewhere. Like I said, up in here is another group that I could put in. But yeah, we're going to end this part of the video, and we will pick it back up tomorrow for building this room and then some finishing touches and maybe a validation. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you tomorrow for the next part.